Scorpio's Power here to review the Kamen Rider Ghost DX GanGun Hand. So this is the primary weapon of Kamen Rider Spectre himself. Obviously we don't have the box for it and such, but it includes the GanGun Hand itself and the Ghost, the Spectre Ghost icon. So we'll take a look at that as I turn off the GanGun Hand. Take a look at the icon, as again, just like the GanGun Saber, this thing has no correlation with the weapon itself. As you can see from here, besides my scuffed upness, it's in the same base as the Spectre, the Ghost icon. And, you know, I should probably actually start zooming in more. As you can see, the QR code for converting, this is 06. As you can see, the iris here is actually blue to signify its Spectres. The pin down here, again 06. The top of label, whatever it's called, sticker. Obviously you get the Spectre's transformed face, the numbering S, the name Spectre. I'm just going to say my spelling with Spectre is not going to be right, because I've been stuck with spelling it as R-E. So I apologize with that, with later videos and such. So again, the blue iris to signify its Spectres. Actually, then again, the S and the numbering, the transformation Spectre Damashi face. I've been forgetting to state that the first two don't have this holographic cube design as the transformed face and the Omega Drive do. And the Omega Drive is the exact same. So again, here's the Ghost. Or Ori. That's what it's called. This is the Ori Ghost icon. And the iris differences. Different lettering. Face. But the same Omega Drive. Because obviously they're both base forms. So let's use this within the Ghost driver. So obviously Spectre uses the Ghost driver. Despite the fact that Makoto isn't dead. I don't remember the way I think he was just given the Ghost driver. New standby. Obviously has the same properties as Ghost. And there we have the transformation of Spectre, which I really like overall. I really like how different it is from Ghost, to the point that obviously Ghost's standby Battery Mina is now for Spectre Battery Miro and such. It's more like, I forget the play, but it's like, it's more direct instead of Ghost and such. Anyways, we still have our two finishers. Then the Omedama. Obviously it has all the same standard stuff. So now let's take a look at the GanGun Hand while I change out the batteries. So here's the GanGun Hand, and this is definitely one of the most interesting primary weapons we've ever been received. So obviously from the name itself, the GanGun Hand, it's literally a slap paddle kind of thing. As you can see, the thumb and the four fingers and the knuckles. Like, surprisingly, there's a lot of silver paint. Obviously, mine's scuffed up because I got this used. But, there's speaker holes right there. The translucent pieces are pretty interesting here. Again, it's the same, like, it's not as pliable, but I always still appreciate it's still there. Obviously, I appreciate the orange is still present. It's just that now it's majorly blue to, you know, fit Spectre. Obviously, there's this rider symbol right there. There's the trigger. And then you got silver down here. And basically, obviously, for transformation reasons, you press this black button right here to push this forward to transform this into the shotgun mode, or is it just gun mode? But basically, obviously, it's supposed to be like, obviously, this is primarily a shotgun or like a musket rifle kind of thing. No, I think it's a rifle mode, maybe. But again, I just like the implication of base, because it's basically just doing a finger gun. So I really like this weapon's really interesting as a whole. Anyways, on off switch right there. Back here requires yet again 2 AAA batteries. This one does not have LEDs, only sounds. So you get the announcement of the weapon itself. And then here, in the staff mode? I don't know, rod mode? Basically you get 2 attack sounds. However, the first 3 are the same. It's every 4 sounds you get the secondary sound. And then switching it to rifle mode, you get that. And this is traditionally just, you know, 2 sounds, but they alternate from each other. And then when you flip it back to rod mode, you get that phrase, which obviously if you watched a lot of these reviews, everyone explains what that means. I originally did when I filmed my review in 2020. I'm not going to bother because honestly, you probably already know what that means. It's just a gag of like backslapping someone. I forgot to talk about the size of it. It's like, yeah, it's not proportionally long, but at the same time though, it's still pretty sizable. Comparing it with the GanGun Saber, it's pretty, you know, it's pretty on par. It's just that the hand basically extends it. But basically from here, it's a bit longer, but it's relatively the same size. So, now, obviously, just like the GanGun Saber, you initiate the finishers. You simply point this area of the hand to the eye of the driver. So there, for rod mode, you get the Omega Smash. And then for gun mode, and there we get the Omega Spark with the gun mode, which obviously the gun mode is for Nobunaga Damashi, obviously as Nobunaga uses a long rifle and such. Yeah, taking this out. Good night. Right now it's 10:10. But anyways, Yeah, my thoughts overall on the GanGun Hand. It's as good as the GanGun Saber. like, yeah, it doesn't do as much. It doesn't have the customizability that the GanGun Saber has. But honestly, like, yeah, it's missing like two modes. But like, honestly, I think as long as it kind of still follows the same thing or the same methods as the Saber, I think it's fine. Also, I just really like Spectre. He's like Spectre's probably one of my favorite secondary riders design wise. I've said this before. I've kind of lightened up on Makoto as a character when I talked about it within my Geo reviews, but like other than that, yeah, I think this toy is really fun. like, I think this, I will be honest, say it's gonna be one of the harder ones to actually find in this kind of condition, because I think most of the time Mondo Rocket wants to sell this within boxed, and most of the time you're probably not going to get the icon with it. I don't, again, you're probably going to have to watch one of my unboxings from 2020, but I think I got this for at least like 10,000 at best, which is why my Spectre Ghost icon is really scuffed up, also just because of how I had it in the drawer. Yeah, that'll have to do with this review. So this is Power. I'll leave you people. This wasn't good enough.